Hi, Baddies. Welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today we're doing a pick a card reading. This one is a cathartic reading, and it's all about the karma of your enemies. So it should be insightful, enlightening, and very cathartic and entertaining. So I'm really glad you're here, and I hope you're doing well. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, it's so good to have you. I hope you will stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or member, I am so overjoyed to have you here. It's wonderful to connect with your energy, and I hope all of you are staying grounded and are taking time to take care of yourself. I appreciate all you bring to the channel, so thank you for your donations, your tips, and your presence. I just really appreciate you, so thank you for being here. Now, as you see before you, there are 3 cards, there are 3 crystals, there are 3 piles. So I've got a lot of things going on today, and these are going to be your psychic linking objects. Now, I do have a little video so you can take some time to see each crystal and each card up close, so you can meditate a little bit. Now, I will include some music in that meditation. I had somebody say, it might have been an issue for them, but I do my best. I do my best. So you can always mute the music if it's bothersome. Sometimes I put little creatures dancing. I apologize. You can always just mute this part and look at it without the creatures if that's an issue. But I do try to keep everyone in mind when I do that little video. So yeah, and if you're really drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you, because many times the messages kind of spill over one into another sometimes. So just keep that in mind. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 1, all of you that selected cat and or you were drawn to this Lapus Lazuli, this is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy. Or, oops, it doesn't want to stay. It never does. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm going to put your crystal right there. Alright, so keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Alright, so let's get into it and see the cards that came out for you. And then we'll pull more as we need to, and I'm sure we'll need to. We always do. Okay, so the first card is the Moon. Okay. The next card is extreme opposites or opposing factions. We have individualists, temperamental, self-doubt, reactive, anxious in difficult situations, acts out, rebellious, sensitive to criticism, withdrawn. Devouring mother. Oh my. Selfishly loving. Emotional manipulation. Incompetent. Dependency. Homicidal. Cruel. Gaslights. Hateful. Codependent. Guilt trips. Wow, karma of your enemy. Ooh, what an enemy it is. We have strength. Let's move them up just a tad so you can see them better. All right, we have Vaneth, Vaneth, caretaker of the lost, respite, assistance, memory. Memory is long. We have the sun. You have the sun and you have the moon. We have the haunting of crystals. And we have the 5 of bones. Okay. So the haunting of crystals is about family. Okay. The 5 of bones is about fighting, and the sun is about clarity. We have the moon over here about lies. Okay. Hiding the truth. Illusions. So, the cat is about the cat people movie. And we have this Lapus Lazuli, third chakra, with things to say. Also can be a stone of, royalty. A lot of royalty in the ancient times wore Lapus Lazuli. They also used it for makeup, which makes me feel like this person, there may be some fakery here. There may be some predatory behavior. We may be dealing with someone who has, and I'm not an expert or a professional as far as like diagnosing people. I just pick up on energy here. And I'm picking up on the energy of someone who is pretty manipulative. Okay. Lots of fighting. This could be family. It could be a friend group. So I feel like lies are being found out. This person's weakness is people seeing the truth about them. And the truth is that they are predatory in nature. The way they are manipulative, the way they use people at times for almost entertainment as far as gossip. I'm getting a gamut here of how far this goes. Okay, so it's going to be different, of course, for each one of you. But let's get some more details. Tell me more about this situation. It involves the heart. It involves pain. It involves tragedy. We have the devouring mother, which tells me this was close. This was a close person. And their karma is that the truth of them is revealed. Not only that, but the fighting, the discord grows around them. Tell me about this chaos I'm feeling around this person. I feel a weakening of their strength. And the places they went to go for respite, for recharging their batteries, is fading away. The sun fades. Spam, calls, text, blocked. They're being blocked from people, family, or friends. People do not want to deal with this person. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want anything to do with this person. It feels like the negativity, it's almost like, I apologize for saying like so much. I'm trying to get a handle on it. It's almost as if they are boiling over with toxicity. I see a pot boiling over. Someone loses their cool, so to speak, because they have no place to go. We have shocking news. Something's going to be revealed here. Some things are being revealed in this person's life. Top. Feeling like shit. Well, darling, They're not feeling really good about it. They're not feeling too good. We have police station at the bottom of the deck. So they may have a loved one or someone they care about. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Involving the police. They may be involved in some kind of issue with justice. Okay. They may have been covering for someone that they shouldn't have been. It may be them that is involved now with police situations. I want to make sure you guys can see. Whatever this is, I feel like they've been caught. Okay. I really want to, let's go ahead and, oops, let's go ahead and see about this police station. Okay, this card. Tell me about the police station. Tell me about this karma. I feel like it may not be like police. It could be being caught. Being caught at doing something they are definitely not supposed to be doing. And it causes people to block them. It causes people to like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. That's it. I'm done. And it could be that they see this person doing the same thing they did to you to somebody else. And now people feel bad. Who believed them? Tell me more about this shocking situation. They may have something on their phone that they get caught. Could be a phone number. It could be they're talking to somebody else. It could be evidence of some very malicious lying. We have the 8 of Wands here. Is a whole deck in reverse. Let me see. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm not going to take that reversal. Okay. All right. So it's coming in strong. Okay. This energy of betrayal that I'm picking up on. This energy of being caught and them betraying people. And it feels family. This could be in their marriage. It could be that they're being betrayed or they are betraying their partner. It could be a child, an adult child, a sibling. We're just honing in closer to this energy. Tell me about this. I feel pain here. We have the 5 of Cups. Oh, it's painful. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Emperor. I'm feeling loss of control in a situation. They no longer have control of it. It's out of their hands. And that might be the police station energy here. They no longer control their fate because of the things that they have done, the things they have said. No one cares anymore. There is a masculine energy taking control. And this person is in complete regret. We have the 2 of Cups here. And we have the Sun. Ooh, and this Sun feels, the sun can be wonderful, right? It can be illuminating. It can be very healthy. But this sun feels very flaming, okay? It feels very fiery. It feels like it could burn you. And with this card here, I'm reading these cards intuitively here at this point. I feel like there is definitely, I feel like the masculine energy with the hand here is trying to explain something to the feminine. And this illumination is, yeah, it's clear. It's crystal clear. And it's painful as fuck. Because this person's karma is, yeah, they learn the truth. Because all this person does is really lie about people. So the hardcore truth is told to them because they get caught in lies and manipulation. So there's a masculine here who comes forward to say, you know what, bitch? You know what, you lying bitch? This is the truth. No one trusts you. No one likes you. You think that you are in control of everything. You think you put on this show of strength. But really, you are a devouring mother, sister, father, person. Everyone has feminine energy. So it's the feminine energy inside someone who's doing this, okay? This person, I feel like by action or words is being told you're a drama queen, king, human. You're full of drama and bullshit. And no one anymore has patience for you. And what you did to cat person, what you did to this situation, now I see. I see the truth. And that cuts deep. You may never know. You may never know exactly what's happening because some of you are so far removed from this situation. Some of you guys have completely walked away because this situation was so horrifically toxic. But let me tell you, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we could go on, is being laid out for this person by actions and by words. We're in an era of you're going to grow one way or another. Either you're going to grow or you're going to stagnate. And people who stagnate are going to stagnate together. And people who grow are going to grow together. Now this person, with all this news, this wheel of fortune, this wheel of karma, it don't look too good. Do they have an addiction problem? Because I feel these cups are full. I feel these cups are calling out, if you know what I'm saying. And, it's hard to feel bad for someone like this who really brings on this on themselves. This is someone who has, for some of you, piece by piece removed your sense of dignity, your confidence. They have ate at it for years, and finally you were like, no. When you needed them, they were not there. And you've been there for them, and you said no. And I gotta tell you, honestly, this bitch has walked around baffled and bewildered. They've literally told people, I don't know why they're gone. I don't know why they're not here. I want you to know that the people who are close, who may not even see you anymore, they know there's more to the story. They know. And on some level, let that give you closure. This person is self-destructive, okay? They destroy relationships. They are hell-bent on destroying themselves. And really, the people around them who are like so committed to making sure this person enters recovery or gets therapy, if that's the case with you, I want to tell you, they are enabling this person. You probably know that, right? This is the kind of person that the more you enable them, the worse they're going to get. And they're hiding their use. Okay. So they're being dealt a lot of truth. And it's leaving them feeling their worthlessness. But they don't quite feel they were wrong. Okay? And that is why this wheel is going to burn them. This masculine energy is coming in to balance this out. And the thing is, it's almost like people don't even know what to say to them anymore. The King of Cups of Lovers. So it feels like this may be a brother, a grandpa, dad, a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be male. It can be in gender. It can be a masculine energy within someone. I feel like this person comes in and tries to make things right with this person. They may be always the kind of, savior in the family. They may be a water sign. I feel like also I'm picking up on, for you, there may be an energy that has come in and really helped you heal. Okay. It could be you balancing out your masculine energy, helping you get away from this person. Tell me more about this. I feel like failing in love. I feel this person's karma is there is an issue in love, regrets in love. They were so busy running their mouth and causing problems. We have the Six of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. They are not giving in love. The scales are unbalanced. They don't give without wanting something in return. It's always leveraged. They leverage their love in a way that is so disturbing. And what's happening is some of you guys have someone who is being drained financially by someone who is using their love as a weapon. It's karma. The only thing some of these people understand is money. So karma's coming to collect the dough. And it's going to hurt. They're already being drained. I hope it was worth it. For some of them, they're draining generational wealth. I hope it was worth it. I really do. What a miserable, I'm sorry. I'm fixing to, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. But for some of you, this is this is family, right? But boy, howdy. The Ace of Wands and strength. Strength again. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. There's trouble in the bedroom. There's trouble in the land of love. Okay? There is not enough energy to keep it going, if you know what I'm saying. It's lackluster. I'm going to go into it, okay? This is what I'm getting. I hate coming home to you. I don't like you. I don't like being around you. These are things being said to this person. Your food is gross. I don't even like eating your food anymore. You are so nasty to people. I don't even like talking to you about the movies. You have become so boring and bitter over the years. It's a waste of my time to even look at you. Boring and bitter old Betty. You better get yourself together. Maybe get off the booze. Nobody cares about your opinion anymore. You've ran just about everybody off. Do you think anybody really cared what you had to say? Now they don't even want to come around you anymore. Some truth. It feels like there is a King of Cups who has been possibly stepping out as well on the feminine. So we may have cheating here, on the hunt. I'm picking up on the hunt here, the Ace of Swords. There you go. Clarity. So there's a situation where there is some truth that comes out that someone's cheating. Now, the cheating may have happened recently. Depends on how long this couple's been together. It may be a serial situation where this person's been cheating for years, and the cat situation, they find out. But this is emotional devastation. Okay. It hits the ego. It hits the ego and the vain, the vanity, hardcore. This person immediately feels old. There's nothing wrong with being old. I'm 53. But, feeling run through, feeling not attractive. What they're feeling is the ugly that they put out in the world. It's a mirror. It's a mirror of truth right in their face. You can't be an ugly bitch to people and treat people like they're worthless and say horrible, awful things and be a manipulative, devouring mother and it not come back to you. It doesn't matter if you were using substances. It doesn't matter. It's not an excuse for behaviors. It doesn't make it okay. You should never excuse it. There is a predatory part of this. There is a hunting part. This is someone who lashed out. This is someone who is emotionally immature. And because of the mayhem and chaos they caused, they're being handled mayhem and chaos. The thing is, they don't let anybody know. They make it look like it's not going on. Lies. Lie, lie, lie. Big lies. It's going on. Don't ever doubt that it's going on. Okay? Because you know that this bitch puts on a facade. And they're going to put that on every day. They're going to wear it like it's truth. Even though you know the lies have been revealed. Because you see it. And there's tells. The way the person cares for themselves. You know if they're back on it. You know if they're back doing it. The oversleeping. The sloppiness. Who they never wanted to be. That's who they've become. All because they had to mess you over and judge you. Manipulate and lie. And now look at them. Just in the total middle of the hurricane, the eye of the hurricane of self-destruction. We have surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. This is your energy. You had to let go of this. Really to kind of survive. You had to say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Not with you. And not ever again. I deserve more. You had to learn to trust yourself. This wasn't easy. You had to find yourself. Fuck trusting yourself. You had to find yourself first before you could even learn to trust yourself. Because this kind of energy, it doesn't allow you to even know who you are. We have flight, opportunity, prosperity, new venture. And we have hard work, diligence, progress, adversary. This person has really been a block, an obstacle in your life. And I feel like for some of you, that's exactly opposite of who this person is supposed to be. They're supposed to be a voice for support of you, a voice for positive movement for you, and they've actually been a roadblock. But for many of you, again, you've let go of this. You've let go of any expectation of them. For many of you, you've gone no contact and you've completely let go. And this is just a reading to kind of validate what you've been feeling. Because, you've let go of this, you're moving on to happier energy, happier people. It's not perfect because we don't live in perfect times, as y'all probably can tell. Okay? This is a timeless reading. I think that'll fit for the next 10 years. As you can tell, we're building. We're in a process of building foundations. But it allows for new energy. It allows for you to finally recharge. And after a time of living in a state of almost spiritual, like a spiritual desert, like a emotional deserted island, you find yourself in a lush forest, a forest of plenty. And in that forest, you've had to find out who you are. And then you had to learn to trust yourself so you could welcome in wonderful energy. So you could allow the idea of success to even enter your consciousness. This is major. This person has been a major obstacle in your life. Just know they're reaping the karma of the things they've done. Now, this isn't, understand karma, okay? It's really a course correction. They're being given the opportunity to correct their energy, to course correct away from this negativity, to heal, okay? We all have this happen. And some of us are more responsive than others. We're ready at different times. And this bitch ain't ready. So there you go. All right, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. I really enjoyed reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected fire and or you were drawn to the tiger's eye, this is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so let's get into it. The first card is Strength. Okay. The next card is Physical and Moral Imperfections. Oops, sorry. Physical and Moral Imperfections. Charon, the Ferryman. Necessity, Focus, Transition. Metamorphosis. Chef, Opinionated, Compulsive, Competitive, Perfectionist, Illogical, Controlling, Addict, Obsessive Workaholic, Mad Scientist, Vain. Well, what a charmer. Oh my. We'll put that little guy right there. Okay. We have environmentalist, overconsumption, blames, anti-human, retreating, apocalyptic, righteous, complicit, pushes agendas onto others, rigid, intolerant. Well, who does that sound like? I'm not saying, but I think you know the dish I'm selling. Okay, here we go. We have the moon. We have the Five of Cups, of course we do. And we have the Eight of Bones. So the karma of your enemy, well, I'm going to say, I feel like this may be a generational enemy. You can have generational ancestors. You can have God forms, goddesses, spirits, and such. And you can have generational enemies. Okay, so we're going to call this generational enemy Mr. Green. Okay, because we have Frankenstein here. Okay, and we're just going to call it Mr. Green. Mr. Green's karma for fucking you over. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. It's super bad. And it's coming in. It's nipping at the heels of Mr. Green. And Mr. Green isn't used to this. It makes Mr. Green very, very, very hostile. The thing is that there's an essence around Mr. Green that is aware that what Mr. Green has done to you is wrong. That's the thing. They are aware that what they're doing to you has been wrong. But they do it anyway. Because why? They're Mr. Green. There is elements to this that are hidden from Mr. Green. As all people in this situation, they feel they are very much in control of this fire, this flame. They don't realize that the controlled burn they thought it was is not. And it shall consume them. There is regret in times when they are alone and they are haunted by the things they've done. The unspeakable things. They try so hard to keep out of the light. They hope for the moon even to go black, to go dark, to go silent, for fear the moon will even reveal it. Oh, don't worry, because even the fire will reveal it. There doesn't have to be a moon or a sun. The flames that you thought you controlled, Mr. Green, are in fact out of control and illuminating your hidden deeds, Mr. Green. Let us see. Let us see. Mr. Green, how strong you think you are. Even across the lake, across the river. They don't want you there. Five of Pentacles, shaman. 55. That song, 55, can't drive 55. Driving in a car above the speed limit. King of Cups, an orc, Page of Pentacles. The Baron Samedi. That's an underworld god right there. Him, he's a very serious business, Mr. Green. Now, I don't want to speak out of turn because it's not my place. But I will say this for the ancestors around this table, Mr. Green. That everything green has a season. Tell us more, Spirit, about the karma of Group 2's enemy. The flames are just so high. They burn so bright with the Three of Swords. There's Sam, the alien. You guys may not know it, but I've had a couple readings where an alien named Sam has come through. Woo, Group 2. Do you guys even have Sam showing up for you? Mr. Green. Mr. Green has done some very bad things. I think Mr. Green represents quite a few generational enemies. Yeah. I feel like there are multiple platforms or multiple paradigms represented here on my group too. Mr. Green can't cross the river until this is made right. Period. I feel the haunting nipping at my heels. I feel haunted. I feel regret immediately. I feel panic in my chest. I feel pressure. I'm in a room with people who are not so happy. More. It will never be enough, Mr. Green. It will never be enough. The Three of Swords. Heartbreak. The Five of Swords. The Four of Wands. And Judgment. Whatever happy moments that can come in Mr. Green's personal life, they will be short-lived. Mr. Green, every Mr. Green, every Mr. Green, every Mrs. Green. These happy moments will be short-lived. They will be cut from them, for judgment will always be over them. Judgment will always be seeking Mr. Green and Mr. Green's peoples. Short-lived. So happy. Only to be served reality. You cannot find happiness on the backs of people suffering. And I feel you have suffered, group 2. This feels like divine intervention. Mr. Green, I don't really feel like the Page of Pentacles is really what should be on this card. Okay. It's a very powerful spirit, and I feel like this is the haunting. This is the karma, the retribution for Mr. Green. The lies Mr. Green, Mrs. Green, whoever, tell themselves to make it okay to have done what they did to you. They tell themselves these lies every day. But truth stares them in the face. You can't pretend to be loved. You can't walk into a room of family and sit at the table and think you're loved by people who hate you. Because people cannot fake that shit that well. Not everyone in that room can fake it. Mr. Green, etc., doesn't really appreciate not being liked. It is a weakness. It is an insecurity. One would think Mr. Green, after doing all the damage they did to you, that they would feel perfectly okay with people not liking them. But no, it is a strangeness about them. It is an insecurity. This will bring them to their knees. This weakness, this ego. The fire, the passion of the people around them will slowly reveal this as there are cracks around them. Lack of sleep, bad dreams, haunting. I can't sleep here anymore. I can't sleep here anymore. Bitchy witchy, connect to Mother Earth. Those of you who are witchy may understand that Mr. Green may have a tag lock on them. They may, you may have cast it on this person. Devil and drag, identity crisis. They are so full of doubt, immediate regret at what they did, how they fucked you over. Too late. Too late. Too late, Mr. Green. Too late. No drama llama, find your inner peace. Angel anarchy, move away from control. Here's the thing. In your mind, you've got to this point where you understand that Mr. Green's vulnerability is not being liked, and even more so, being invisible and nothing. So this person in your life, whoever this is, they have become invisible. Not only is this like no contact, I apologize for saying like all the time, I'm trying to get a hold of it. Not only have they become invisible, they have become forgotten. They are forgetting whatever good this person may have done, forgotten. The pain remains. And this person, their story is being rewritten. Mr. Green's story is being rewritten. And whatever good they did, whatever promise they may have shown at one time, has been destroyed. They are wondering who they really are. Deep down, when they are alone, they are being questioned in their mind. They are paranoid of everyone around them. They don't trust anyone. They are ate up with their own hubris. And friends? Not many. When you fuck over everyone, who's left? When you continue to make decisions that are bad for your friends and your foes, who's left? This person is left. They're left with this muck upon their aura. It looks like sludge. The sludge you find down south in the water, in the muck. You know what I'm talking about. Hot water, water down where it's hot. Or anywhere it's hot, I guess. I'm not sure if it's like that everywhere, but down south in hot water sometimes, the water is kind of, I don't know, it gets thick. Things grow in that water. It's almost like I'm feeling like this Mr. Green has, it's like parasites all over their aura. Just eating, leeching any happiness or joy right out of their life. This person was not good to you. This person, I feel like they are ruled by rigid ideas, rigid views that are not in any way flexible. Hateful words, hateful deeds, lies, manipulation. It feels as if part of their karma is the slow and steady unwinding of their sanity, the paranoia, the anxiety, the feeling in their heart of knowing and seeing how they betrayed you, how they manipulated you. This is a generational enemy. Make no mistake. But we experience it often personally in our lives. Okay, what else do we need to know about my group 2? Wayfarer, contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance. I think Mr. Green's number one fear is more truth coming out, coming to light. And it's coming. Conjurer, higher self, fertility, creativity. I feel like for some of you, you may have actually casted or prayed or chanted or whatever it is for there to be more truth revealed. And there's more truth coming around Mr. Green, whoever Mr. Green or Mr. Mrs. whoever this represents to you. I feel like that's coming. Okay. And I feel like this is his biggest fear, but this is karma, flow, recovery, moving on, finding peace. We have this beautiful card here, which I've pulled these 2 cards. I don't remember ever pulling this card. And it's the flow card, and I often talk about flow. This card has a word recovery on it, moving on and finding peace. And I feel like because Mr. Green is a generational type enemy and can appear, sorry, I have to scoot around in my chair. And because he can appear or she can appear, however you identify, can appear like in different situations, the recovery will be different for each one of you, how you identify this person. Recovery for some Mr. Green energy will take decades. For some, a few years. It just depends. Your recovery, personally, is on its own trajectory. Let this reading be your validation. Allow it to give you a drop of closure so that you can at least find some level of, I don't want to use the word peace because I'm not sure you can have that, but let it allow you to unclench your jaw and relax your shoulders and take a deep breath because that's important. Staying centered and grounded is important when we're dealing with these kind of generational energies. Because I'll tell you what, for some of you, this Mr. Green energy, it's been around. It's not new. It's an old spirit, just in a new vessel. And it's the same fight you've always had. So you have to center your life differently, perhaps, and focus it differently, but live your life. Live your life. Embrace it. Remember who you are because you're important. Mr. Green, there are lessons to be learned here. And life to live. I feel like there will be no peace for Mr. Green and Mr. Green's associates until there is some awareness is made and U-turns and some taking responsibility for their actions. And I feel like some of you have conjured this. You've used witchcraft or prayer or chanting or gone to church and prayed in groups. Maybe you've had prayer circles or healing circles for this. Perhaps you've just, in your personal life, you've talked to family about this Mr. Green in your own family. Perhaps this is at work. Mr. Green can be anywhere. Okay. But there comes a point in life where you have to live. Okay. We have to, in a way, detach from it, so to speak, so we can live our life and engage. And I feel like that's the most important thing here today for you, to know that if you've casted something, it's working. It's working. Okay. There's a lot of things brewing here. And so now you can perhaps move forward a bit. It doesn't mean that it's not still an issue. It just means that there's some validation here for you of whatever you've done on your behalf. All right. Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful, insightful, and cathartic reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 3, all of you that selected chalk and or you were drawn to the Garnet heart, this is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, let's get into it. So we have these 2 cards here. We have the Emperor. Okay, and we have the Page of Wands, Anubis, Preservation, Neutrality, Obligation, Ignorance, Camino, we have Cultivate. Let me move these up just a tad. Addict, Confusion, Chaotic Consequences, Destructive and Disorderly, Inner Pain, Self-Deception, Inner Desire to Control. Reformer, Rigid, Perfectionist, Aggressive, repressed and resistant, uses perfection to justify their existence, represses their instinct and passionate side. We have the Massacre of Daggers, the Ace of Daggers, the Seven of Cups. So I feel a coldness here. This bitch is cold-hearted, cold and unfeeling. Okay. Now, I say this, okay, as a Libra. I have like a Libra stellium. I have a lot of Libra. Okay, I'm a Libra. I have a Leo energy too. But it feels like a Libra out of balance, maybe a Gemini or Aquarius. Very much out of balance, really in their head, very unfeeling. Perhaps they're not out of balance. Perhaps Libra is in her villain era, which, hello, welcome. Welcome to the villain era of a Libra, okay? You may be the Libra in your villain era as well, okay? So you may not be an air sign. They may not be an air sign, but this is the energy I'm picking up on. We may have water here with the Seven of Cups too. So Scorpio, feeling a lot of November, October energy here. So Cancer, Pisces as well. But I feel someone really disconnected from their heart chakra. Okay. Someone who may come across as being very rigid, very perfectionist, and only thinking of themselves when it comes to you. Someone who has disconnected and made decisions out of ignorance. I can't say ignorance because I feel like they knew better, but they made the decision anyway. Yeah, I feel like they may think of themselves as being all about justice, but they don't come across that way. This feels like someone who may be a caretaker, like a mother or father. That came up in group 1 too, so you may be drawn to that. I do feel the addict here, so there may be some of that. Okay. Definitely manipulative. Okay. Definitely controlling. We have a lot of controlling energy here with the Emperor. Now, I feel like a lot of you had to deal with this destructive behavior. And not just destructive. Some of you, there's some hoarding behavior. Hoarding love, hoarding affection, hoarding energy, hoarding a house, hoarding money. Not being very giving. Not cultivating a giving environment. Okay? This could be at work too. It could be a bad boss. We don't talk enough about toxic bosses. Okay? You have the Bates Motel. That was a family-run business, and boy, was it toxic. Boy, could we tell you stories about the Bates Motel. That mother, what a bitch. You have to laugh or you cry half the time. Life can be such a ruthless bitch sometimes. Life is good, life is wonderful, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is sometimes life gives us a hand of cards that's difficult. And I feel that here. This enemy feels like a painful one, just like group 1. And the thing is, I feel like this person may feel that they've done the work. Okay, maybe all like high-fivey, like I went to therapy, but it doesn't count if you didn't tell the therapist the whole real story, right? How they may have been codependent on you. Maybe you were a kid, or maybe you were a sister, or you were a coworker, or whatever. There was a power dynamic here that wasn't really fair. Maybe this person has a history of codependency on people, and with that codependency, they steal energy, money, time, resources. I feel like this person likes to get in the middle of people's business, relationships, money, time, resources. Example, and this is just an example, okay, I'm picking up on. But your situation could be different, but just apply. Like a mother-in-law who shows up at your house at 8 o'clock on a Friday night, and you and your partner and your kids are just about to go out to movie. It's a movie night. And they know it before they ever come over. That's hostility. Especially if they know that, generally speaking, that's your night with your kids to go to a movie. And they just, oh, here's grandma coming over. Oh, she has to go to the movies too. That passive aggressive bullshit. In happy families, maybe that's okay, but even then, is it okay? No, it's not. It's rude. It's boundary crushing. It's someone crushing and stomping all over the roses in your front yard. This bitch doesn't know their place. I mean, have you seen the movie? Teaser. Teaser. Warning. Okay. Plot warning. This bitch gets so far into little Norman's head that he becomes her. That's pretty parasitic. Now, is it little Norman's fault? Or is it his parasitic, abusive mother? Who we find out in later movies all about, and we find out in the TV show and the books and all that stuff if you follow the Norman Bates story. It was a very parasitic, manipulative relationship. But all the while, outwardly, he would tell you, I love my mother. I love my mother. True mama's boy. Until you found out mama's boy. Toxic. And I feel that here. Cold, unfeeling. So what's their karma? Well, I'll tell you this. You ever seen a fish out of water? They just want to jump in. They need the water to live. They need it. So what happens when they don't have the codependent relationships anymore to feed off of? Or they don't have the right ones? I'm going to tell you what this bitch is thinking. And it's not nice, but it's real. For some of you, they have someone around them that they think is too stupid for them to be codependent with. They need somebody else. You're too dumb for me to be codependent with. Is that like your sister or a cousin? Maybe it's a neighbor. But they just think they're too stupid for them to like gossip with or feed on or control. Because every time they tell them to do something, they don't do it. They're trying to cultivate relationships with people where they can actively feed, and it's not happening. And it's not happening, and I'll tell you, because people are awake. More and more people are becoming more and more aware of these parasitic people in their lives who do nothing but cause chaos and destruction. And people don't have time for this anymore. They don't want to deal with this anymore. This cold, unfeeling bitch. And bitch, it's an energy at this point. Any gender. I feel this person's heart has shriveled. It's just like the Grinch. They can't see any good in the world. And no one wants to be around that shit. We know the world is a dumpster fire. We know. We're aware. But very few of us want to sit around and talk about the dumpster fire, 12 hours a day. Because we have families or lives, or we just don't want to talk about it all the time. This person likes to sit and talk about negativity. And it's just not flying anymore. I feel like they like to dress people down. They like to talk down to people. Oh, God. I just got a feel of that. This is somebody, some of you have somebody here who is your enemy, who talks terrible to wait staff and to people who help you in places. Why would you talk terrible to the person who is doing your nails? Why would you talk terrible to the person who's doing your hair? Why would you do that? Why? This person cannot be kind to anyone. You know, that's how things happen. I'm just saying. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. This person is nasty. They're very nasty, and it's just like their heart is just ate up. They judge. Everywhere they go, they're judging people. And it feels like they may have resources, they may own property too, they may not, but there's something about them that makes them feel superior. Ugh. Just a second. I have to. When I feel this, it makes me sick to my stomach. It really does. It's like, it's vile. It's one of those vile psychic impressions that some of you guys have someone who thinks they are better than other people based upon some very shallow things, and it's repulsive. Hippity hippity higher self, raise your vibration. The thing is, this person, they can't do it. They can't do it. They can't raise their vibration. Mm-mm. So karma. So what happens is that they hate on people. They talk down to people. They feel superior than people. They give this toxic codependency shit out to everyone. And the universe, ancestors, guides, feed it right back. And the universe starts to say, yeah, you know what? You're a pretty shitty person. All that hate, it's not going to fly anymore. People don't care what you have to say based upon whatever supreme energy you might think you have, your queenship. That is all fallacy. It's an illusion. It's a breaking. It's a shattering of this illusion. This person has an over-exaggerated sense of self that is based in nothing. For some of them, it's based in money or how they look. Looks fade, baby doll. And listen, they can fade with help. They can fade with help. And the more ugly you are to people, the more hate you send out in the world, your face is going to reflect that after a while. We have fucking Mercury retrograde. Time to take a personal responsibility. Okay, they're not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. And until they do, the world is going to feed them back what they put out. So, think about that. I feel like it's going to be harsh. We have narcissistic nymph, take back your own power. So we have this narcissistic energy. So what happens when you have a narcissist who gets fed back their own energy? You ever seen a narcissist lose their mind? Have you ever seen a narcissist lose it? It's ugly. It's bad. That's what we have here. They are triggered by your happiness. They're triggered really by anything you do, especially when you aren't around. They like to talk about you. And you live in that higher vibration. You stay there. You become happier and happier. And you let them continue to be cold and unfeeling. Because the universe ain't done with them. The ancestors. There's a work going on here. Queen of Swords. There she is. You cannot be brutal to people and expect them to want to be around you. You cannot talk shit to people all the time and expect people to care. It doesn't work that way. We have the High Priestess. Not taking reversals, so. This person has a lot of hate here. A lot of self-centered energy, the Page of Cups. And there we have the Seven of Cups again. 77 is a number of alignment for you. I'm going to take one more off the top. We have the Five of Pentacles. Listen, they don't care about the future. They don't really care about you. They care about the codependent relationship, okay? They don't really miss you. They miss the codependent relationship, okay? The thing is that nobody wants to listen to their mouth run anymore. This High Priestess energy, I want to know more about this. It feels like there's going to be a karmic episode around money with this Five of Pentacles here. It feels like they're going to be giving money to somebody and it's going to backfire. This could be in your family. Perhaps they have a certain person that they tend to favor, and that person is going to take advantage of them with the Seven of Swords. The King of Pentacles. This person's going to have financial loss. The Five of Swords, the Magician, and the Hermit. I feel like this person, part of their karma is a financial loss. It feels like it's coming from a younger person. Okay. I feel like they are going to be approached with some kind of project, maybe school. Could be like college. It could be a business opportunity. It could be uniforms or equipment, something like that. I feel like there's a lie. There's a lie here. I feel like they're going to run game. I'm hearing running game. And I feel like this energy here is going to give when they really ain't got it, really don't have it to give, and it's going to backfire. That's part of the karma here. And it's for some of you, this is major. Perhaps this has already happened and this is your validation of that. And there is going to be a fight to recover from this. There is a fight to recover. Now, for some of you, this could be their partner. Okay, this could be their husband, their wife, their life partner. Okay, fumbling money. And for some of you, they fumbled money over like another person, perhaps a younger, like dating, maybe they cheated. Okay, they cheated on them. Okay, and there was money involved. Perhaps they're giving money to somebody, you know what I'm saying, to spend time with, or gambling with this cup here. and the 7 and the 5 of swords, the 7 of swords. I feel like there is a ton of fighting going on, and I feel this energy of kind of sitting on the high horse. There's self-delusion here of being in the right about this person taking, like, I was right to give this money or to this person, or I feel like if there's cheating here, I feel like the other person is going to justify it by saying things like, you're not there for me, you're so nasty, things like that. There could be, tell me about it. I want to know. Different deck. Okay, tell me about the relationship. It feels like there is kind of a splitting here, but let's see. Tell me about this. Not enough affection. The 10 of Wands. Not enough affection. So I got it where I could. Ooh, that's harsh. I got it where I could. The King of Cups. I got that shit where I could. Okay. The 5 of Wands. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, 55. So they got it where they could. Okay. It feels as if the personal life here around money, there's a lot of fighting. It's as if someone took money out of a bank account and gave it to someone without saying anything and did not take accountability. There was fighting. And the thing is that it feels like the money wasn't spent on what it was supposed to be spent on. So, that is crazy. Instead of taking responsibility, this person has lashed out. Okay. And it's caused more conflict. Then we have money disappearing. For some are the same because we're spending it on a lover or whatever this is over here, like situationships, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink. So the karma is this person is left with nobody to really talk to. The close relationships are destroyed, but they're destroyed by them. Because the truth is, there are no close relationships because this person is cold. Their heart is almost dead. They need some heart healing. But you have to be willing to feel. And this is the karma, okay? Karma, whatever, the universe is trying to bring them to a place of feeling. They have to be willing to feel. And for some of them, they aren't willing to do that. They're numbing their pain. For some, they're looking for someone to help them numb their pain. For others, they're looking for something. For some of them, it's shopping. They want to shop till they drop. And they think they have everything they need to shop till they drop, but they don't. They do not. Okay? Because there is some lying going on in the relationship around money. Okay? And that's going to be a rude awakening. For some, there is a line here about loss of funds, loss of money, loss of resources. So I feel like some of them think they're okay, but they're not. And there's some kind of action that's coming where they're going to know that they're not okay financially. This may be the catalyst for some change. Now, is it going to make it better for you and your relationship with this person? I don't feel that necessarily. I feel like this person has a ton of growing to do. And that can take a long time. This kind of person's very chaotic and extremely codependent and has a lot of toxic traits to overcome, don't we all? But if you're concerned about are they dealing with what they've done, indirectly they are. Indirectly, they're dealing with their issues and they're going through it. But much like group one, you may not know because they put on this kind of this facade of everything's okay, nothing's wrong. This kind of act of perfectionism, cosplaying a perfect life, right? And it's not. All right, group three, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful, interesting, and cathartic reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.